G'day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zone stage against Hearts. Now this stage is, I would say, relatively difficult. Honestly speaking, the big thing, or there's two kind of big things, but the two things that you need to somewhat work around essentially. So the first thing is your Hearts can, especially in the second phase, lock your units in place. This can be a slight irritation, especially if you have units that gain attack and defense on Super, or especially gaining defense on Super or things like that. You need to be a little bit wary of that because you can have the wrong unit locked in the wrong place. So generally speaking, you don't want to have too many conditional requirement units. You don't want to have like any units that have their evasion on Super, or their defense on Super, or things like that. There are a couple in the team, but generally speaking, I would say for the most part you do want to obviously be wary of that. And the second thing to understand is that he will launch a guaranteed one-hit KO. So this attack does like a bajillion damage. I think it does like 8 million damage or something. I think it's like 8 or 9 million. I think it's pretty high. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's on a timer count, which means you can see when it's happening. Firstly, can be dodged, and secondly, you can seal him. So you can immediately seal him, which obviously makes your life a little bit easier. So those are kind of the big major things. Obviously, to get there, you have to get through the first phase. First phase is, I would say, relatively difficult. He hits relatively hard. I think he's somewhat decent in terms of his damage output. I wouldn't say it's anything special. I would not say it's anything special at all, his DPS output. I would say, realistically speaking, he's pretty straightforward. It's really just kind of managing once you get to the second stage. Your chances of losing are kind of really boiled down to, does he lock the wrong unit in place? Does that unit's mechanics kick in? So for example, he would lock Toa in place. Is Toa going to dodge? If she doesn't dodge, then it's kind of like GG. All those type of things realistically are what prevents you from winning or can be hurdles to overcome. And then of course the second thing is, can you get the seal off? Realistically, just bring 2 sealers and you won't struggle to get the seal off. But yeah, for some people, they don't like to do these things. You can overwhelm him. Especially if you have the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegito, you can pretty easily overwhelm him. I don't think it's that difficult to just kind of burst through the boss. If I'm being honest, it's just not. It's not that difficult. It's not super duper challenging. He's not got a big health pool. He's not omega tanky, so you could potentially just before he even gets to his turn timer one-hit KO attack count, you could easily just kind of shoot him down. And I think that's part of it. Yeah, that is always part of it. That's part of any game. But I think for me, especially when it comes to this one, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit easier to do. I don't think the requirements are so high. And I don't think you need specifically Vegito. I think you could do this with a lot of units. I think I did this in my first run with good old the duo, the 5-year anniversary LR duo. So I think for me, there isn't a one trick pony to defeating this fight. I just don't think he's so hard that his gimmick is an absolute requirement. Because like I said, you can absolutely dominate him essentially. So I do think it's something to obviously keep in mind. But I would say, if you haven't really worried too much about it, or you have a super strong team, you could just probably burst through him. I don't think it's that crazy. And you can dodge the one-hit KO attack, so it's not anything too crazy there either. It's not unmissable or anything. So you can dodge that if need be. But that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe. And yeah, thanks for watching. It's really, really appreciated. that is it for the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zone for now. Until next year, probably when they update it again. Everything done, no item, so yeah. And all with DB Heroes teams, which is just for fun. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Bye.